Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Babushka Land. Today, we're going to talk about how to handle your ever-expanding item sorter in your survival world. So, Poseidon XXZ said, is it possible to connect two of these by a corner in reference to building an automatic item sorter? And I said the short answer is yes, and maybe I'll make you a presentation. Well, here I am making you a presentation, buddy. So let's get to it. So chances are, if you're asking about connecting the item sorter by a corner, it means you either want to put it inside of like a room that's maybe a square, or maybe your item sorter is expanding so much that you're having to turn it around, or whatever. Whatever your design choice is, you can absolutely turn it around corners. And I have made this kind of like demo in a survival copy of my world to kind of demonstrate what you can and cannot do, and how it'll work out for you. So, for example, I've put these chests in the corner here. So maybe if you had a build around here where you've housed everything and it's kind of like inside a house and you're filling in the space, you could absolutely have it in the corner just like this and it would function right. However, you cannot place another item frame on the same height. So you probably want to have a little space here, right? You want to have this kind of going out like so that you at least have one block to kind of exit. Or if you don't have an exit because this is kind of the corner of your room, you can always fill it in like that and make it more aesthetically pleasing. If you are going to build in corners and you've kind of gotten to this point where you have a massive, massive item sorting machine like I do, um, you want to think about like access points to your item sorter. So so for me, I want to at least have one space so I can get out, like over here. If I'm going to fill in this side, which I probably won't, to be honest, was going to fill in this side, which I probably won't. And I also have little breaks in between my item sorter. And eventually I'm going to house this whole thing. As you can see, I've started to build like this kind of ugly wall around here, but I'm going to dress it up and make it look like these castle walls that I already have set up to give it some uniformity with the build in general. But anyway, I've got these like larger format entrances, and like what you also want to think about is making your item sorter more convenient for you, right? Because if you've built this thing, you're either going to organize it in some way. Like, for example, I have all of the not all of, but I have a lot of tree related stuff here. So I have all the different wood and the saplings and the logs all in one place. So I know that this section has these different kinds of woods in it, and maybe if I'm flying in just to pick up wood, I already know like, oh, I should go to this area here, and I probably want to leave this area open or have some sort of gate. I'm probably going to build a gate myself in this area that I can open with a push of a button. Um, and I also want to be able to fly out of here really quickly now that I have an elytra and I have a rocket farm, right? Um, or if I'm like maybe a little earlier game, I want to have an entrance for my horse, or maybe just an entrance to walk out of, right? Like I don't want to have to walk 100 blocks to get out of this area. That's crazy. So that's like one thing for convenience, and also something you might want to think about is having deposit chests all around your area. So for example, I've set this one up here so I can deposit items in different areas along my item sorting system, so I don't have to walk really far to get to a deposit area. So I've also connected this deposit chest to my hopper line, right, which goes throughout this entire build, as you can see. So I originally had a deposit chest here before I made this kind of example build, but in my regular world, that deposit chest will remain there, and it kind of goes throughout this entire thing. So I'm going to eventually build deposit areas along each of these entrance and exits, and I also have one at the front over here. So, like if you have excess inventory and you're just flying into a certain area, or you're just coming into a certain area to pick up an item, you can also deposit your excess inventory immediately without wasting time and traveling to different locations. Because your item sorting system is kind of like the central hub of like everything that you're going to do in terms of builds, right? You really want to make it as convenient as possible. And yeah, that's about it. That's my spiel. You can definitely build it around corners, and you probably should, but you also want to think about how convenient it is for you to access. And that's it. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching my video. You have a great day, Poseidon, and I'll see you later. Bye.